Yeah.
Yes, it's on. Right, we're on live. Right, we're on live and welcome this morning, or sorry, I say lunchtime, nearly lunchtime, to South Nutfield on a beautiful, beautiful spring day. And today, I'm doing a very first cook along with you guys. So if you want to cook along, please do. If not, just watch and enjoy. We'll have some fun. Today I'm doing chips and dips. Now, it's a bit contentious because my daughter said, "Chips and dips, Dad? You can do better than that." I said, well, the reason I'm doing chips and dips this morning is because it doesn't really involve any cooking. It involves raw, fresh ingredients. So I've got some hot chips in the oven, or wedges, to have with my dips. And we also have some American style tortilla and some Pringles. Other brands are available, I should say. Right, so before we start, I'm just going to take you through what I'm going to use today and what I'm going to cook for you, prepare for you, in other words. So let me just take you through the ingredients. The first thing I'm going to do is Pico De Gallo, which is a Mexican style little dip, and that's fresh tomatoes, red onion, peppers, chilies if you want them, and that'll be it, with some lime juice and some other things. Some fresh coriander, which is beautiful this morning, which I use all of it, the root and all. Always use the root, please. Gives you that better aroma. So that's the ingredients for that. Then further along, you'll see here, I've got some rather nice avocados, which I'm going to make some guacamole. Now there are many, many recipes for guacamole. Some are great, some are bad, some have got all sorts in it. Some have got, very contentious issue, guacamole. But today I've got a real treat for us all. I've got special permission to use my good friend Emma, who lives down the road, Australian home style guacamole. And I've got to tell you, it is absolutely delicious. I've tried it before. So, and I have permission to use the recipe, so that's really good. Thanks, Emma. Very, very much. I've also got some herbs and some paprika, some cumin, and some green jalapenos, which is very important to use some of the juice as well. So that'll be very good. And I see my good friend Alistair Bidgood's watching. Good old Alistair. Hope you're well. Cheers. My cup of tea. You'll notice the strategically placed NCL mug. Right, so now that we're all ready, let's start with the Pico De Gallo. Now, I hope you're all watching, and I hope you're all attending and helping as well, doing it, having a go. I'm using vine tomatoes today, and the reason I use a vine tomato is a beautiful smell. They're very fresh, and they're very good. Now, I'm just going to take the top off all the tomatoes and just discard that somewhere. I've got a bin for it. I've got a little bowl for it here. Now, you can actually blanch them and take the skin off them. I don't like to do that. I'm just going to nick out and take the little core out very gently. Not too keen on the cores, are we? I'm going to then take out the seeds, because I like the seeds, but my son Philip absolutely hates seeds. So just for you, Philip, I'm taking the seeds out. I'm just going to do 3 tomatoes at the moment. Otherwise we'll have a movie night with chips and dips for ever and ever and ever. So we'll get rid of these. Now you've got your tomatoes ready. First of all, you're going to cut them in quarters. Like so. Yep, we'll do them all. I do like these tomatoes. I like them better out of the garden, but obviously there are none at this time of the year. There are no tomatoes being grown in our garden. So there we go. Now, I want you to take the seeds out. Now they should just pop out very simply. So we take out the seeds in the middle bit. We'll put them in here. Can you see it? It just drops out. There you go, Philip. You'd be happy. No seeds. It's unbelievable I've brought up a fussy eater like that, haven't I, Philip? The other two are quite good with them. But it is quite nice. And also, if you're keeping it in the fridge, which a lot of people do, if you've got the seeds in it and the middle bit, it becomes very watery. And waters everything down. So there we go.
Can you move your knife?
Oh, I'll move my knife. Where do you want me to move it?
So we can see.
Oh, right. I'm just taking these out. Right. It's not really the right time of year for chips and dips, is it? But any time's good for me. I do like them. Right, is that coming? Now, I'm sad to say I'm going to actually dispose of that later on. Won't use it. So, the Pico De Gallo. So, just make nice, gentle slices and then across. And make it as chunky or as small as you like. That's what it's all about. So I hope I'm not going too quickly for you. If you're following, and if you are, catch up. These are a traditional Mexican dip. I suppose the Italians might do it with bruschetta. You can actually do it in a machine if you want to, but I think it's a bit of therapeutic help, and I love doing a bit of therapy with it. There we go. Keep going. Gosh, this knife's not as sharp as I thought it was, because I actually hadn't passed it through my sharpener before I started, but never mind. We'll get there, won't be long. Now with it we're going to put some red onion. If you'd like to, you can use red onion, you can use white onion, or you could use even spring onion. It's entirely up to you. There's no sort of hard and fast rule for it. But I'm going to use a bit of red onion today because I rather like the taste. Pico De Gallo. Right. We're nearly done with these tomatoes now. I don't know whether, if you're doing it, you can be quicker than me. I've got a non-sharp knife. And that's when all accidents happen, guys. There we go. Nearly there. We'll put that in my very nice Betty's bowl. Betty's of Harrogate. I've got one of their bowls. Once I ordered Christmas pudding. And it came in a very nice bowl. Mind you, I'm sure we paid for it, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Right, so that's the very start of my Pico De Gallo. And as I said, don't have it too big, chunky. It's quite nice. Right, there's my bowl. Here's my Betty's of Harrogate bowl. Can you see it? There you go. There's a bit of advertising. Right, we're just going to pop this into the bowl. There we go. Give that a wipe. Give that a small wipe with my... I'm actually going to give it a quick wash. Just to get rid of the tomato seeds and anything else like that. So that's the tomato bit done. Can we see? Lovely. Now we'll go ahead with the onion. I'm using, as you can see, I'm using a red onion today. Now, when you're doing a red onion, the thing is to keep any onion, to try and keep the root intact. Now, I'm going to dice mine quite finely, because there's nothing worse than massive chunks of onion in anything. So, cut it one way and then the other. We're going to get some nice fine dice this way. Right. I think I don't want too much onion in it. So about half of an onion, so that'd be a quarter of an onion, which I'm going to add to my Pico De Gallo over here. So in goes the onion. Lovely, smelling nice already. Now I'm going to add some peppers. I'm going to add a bit of chilli actually, because it should have a bit in it. Now, it's entirely up to you whether you like chilli or not, or how much to use. But I don't like too much chilli, so I'm just going to put a little bit of finely chopped chilli with it. If you can use green, but I couldn't find any green chilies as such. So that's for the Pico De Gallo. Finely chopped chilies, pop them in. And do remember, if you're chopping chilies, be very careful not to rub your eyes or anything else. There we go. Excuse me, I'm going to grab the pepper. I'm going to put a bit of pepper in as well. I'm only going to put a bit in because I haven't got a lot. Take any seeds that you've got in, out, back in the bin. Right, I'm going to change my knife actually, because that's better. My trusty knives. Now I'm just going to put a bit of green pepper in there. Now the green peppers don't get used much, but because it's a raw salad, I think it'll look very nice. Give it a bit of colour, a bit of texture. Nice and even if you can. I'm not doing a very good job of it, am I? Not very even. Right, we'll pop that in now into the mix. So that's the ingredients. And now we're going to put some fresh coriander with it. Now then, I'll just take my little bunch of fresh coriander. Again, I don't want too much because it's only a small amount. But when you're doing a fresh coriander and chopping it, make sure you use the stalks. Gives you a lot more flavour. You can smell it, it's really nice. Pity you haven't got smell-o-vision, have we guys? No, I don't think we have. Who's watching? Anybody we know? Let's have a look. Oh, that smells lovely. It's lovely. Give it another one. Pop that into my Pico De Gallo. And now, for the final bit of seasoning, now, you can use lemon or you can use lime juice. I'm going to use lime juice this morning. I've got some limes here. Give them a quick roll. Cut them in half. And I've got a squeezer here, which I will use. They're a bit cold, so that there's not an awful lot of juice coming out of them this morning. Oh, there we go. We'll use a whole one. We may as well. Now, that should be done. Now we'll pop that in there. There you go. And the lime juice will give it a lovely flavour. It's very Mexican. And it keeps it going. Ah, now that's my chips going to come out of the oven. So I'm just going to do that in a second. Right, I'll do that first. Excuse me. Oops, talk along with yourselves whilst I pull these out of the oven. Okay, I'll just switch the oven off so they'll be in there. They're for the dips. They're my chips for the dips. So they're ready. Right, now the last thing to do with this is to put a bit of salt and pepper in it. Now I'm using low salt. Just take a bit of salt, but not too much. And we'll put in here a bit of ground black pepper, which I love. Need a spoon, sorry. And just give it a quick stir. Oh, it's starting to come together. It looks lovely. And the main thing to do is to taste it, to make sure you like it. Do you like it like that? Do you not like it like that? It's entirely up to you. Looking good though, I think. Doesn't look too chunky, does it? So that's my first dip. a Pico De Gallo made by myself. I'm going to have a quick taste, see what it's like. Oh, the coriander's lovely. It's a very nice flavour. Nice and bright and zingy, fresh. There we go. Right, let's give this one a quick wash again. So that, in a nutshell, is the first dip we've done. Pico De Gallo. And it's very nice on a hot summer's day, but even I couldn't get a hot summer's day today. So there we go, Pico De Gallo. Right, I'm going to move along to the next dish, which is going to be guacamole. Emma's guacamole. So, I'm going to use 2 avocados today. Now when you buy your avocados, try and make sure it's still got a bit of the stalk in it. And feel them. That one's a bit soft, this one's a bit firmer. They should be alright. Now, when you open an avocado, be very careful. There are lots of accidents with people with avocados. And one of the interesting things about avocados, opening them, is my son, who was a school teacher, used to work at Brighton College, and the students at Brighton College actually came up with an invention. I think it's called the Avogo, I think it is. It's a little implement for cutting avocados, because there's been many accidents in avocados. So when you do an avocado, just cut down the middle, and like so. I'll find out where I've done it. There we go. And keep going round, all the way round. Turn the avocado round. There we go. And just twist your avocado. As you can see, it's a nice colour. And then you take the nut out. Just do that. And it should come out. There you go. The nuts come out. You don't want that in there. So you get the nuts out. Your avocado, and I'm going to do the other one. So you just through the centre of the avocado. This one's a bit firmer. There we go. It's a bit greener, lovely, vibrant green, isn't it? Beautiful colour. Not coming out as easy. No, I don't want to play games. They normally just pop right out. Look, you see, it's not quite so ripe, this one, so never mind, we've done it now. Now, we're going to put the avocado into a bowl. Using a spoon just to spoon it out. Just spoon your avocado out like so. That's quite nice and ripe, comes out nicely. And make sure you get as much out as you can. Don't waste not, want not. Good Yorkshire saying. Here we go, and that's quite neat and tidy. And that's come out nicely. Now, when I make avocados and guacamole, I don't like it too soft and pappy. Some people put it in a puree machine. Oh, I think that's awful. I like it a bit of chunky in my avocado, and I'm assuming that you will as well. So, there we go. The avocado's done and in. Now, the other thing with guacamole is, I don't think you should have too much in it. People put all sorts of things in it. Tomatoes. I've seen mango put in avocados. There's all sorts going in. But now I'm going to put some red onion in. Oops, that's the red onion I had out before. And I prefer the red onion actually to white. A bit of a better flavour. Some people like the white. Some people also like spring onion, which I've got some there, but I'm not going to use them. So we'll just put a bit more red onion in it. Now, finely as you can. You don't want massive chunks of onion in our guacamole, do we? So again, I'm using about half. So that will go in there nicely. Pop that in with the avocado. Oh, sorry, not yet, not yet. So what am I doing? Before I do anything else, I've got to mash the avocado. Now I'm using a potato masher. You can use whatever you like. You can use a fork if you want. But please, please, please don't do too much. Leave some chunks in the avocado, in the guacamole, otherwise it just becomes very boring and horrible. There you go. So just crush your avocados, then add, sorry, put it there. Just add some onion to it, like so. I like a bit of onion in there. Now, the secret ingredient of Emma's avocado guacamole is this little thing here, which is jalapenos. Now you can use fresh jalapenos if you can get them, but I don't know where you can find a fresh jalapeno in this country. So the main thing about jalapenos is only use as many as you fancy. If you like really spicy, then there you go. So just chop your avocado, your guacamole into small dice, very simply, and we're going to add it to guacamole. I do like jalapenos. I prefer the green ones. You can get red ones if you want, so just pop them in there. I've put about a teaspoon and a bit in there. Now, the other thing that Emma tells me is her secret recipe is to make sure you put some of this in, which is jalapeno pickle juice. So just a couple of small teaspoons, and there you go. So the next thing I need to add are the spices. And the spices are, in this one, smoked paprika and ground cumin. Now, smoked paprika is a lovely flavour when it comes out. I'll put about a small half teaspoonful. I don't think you want too much in it. Whoops. There we go. And the same with the cumin. Not a massive amount. Just to give it that little bit of flavour. About half a teaspoon. That's good. Now the final thing is the juice of a lemon. Sorry, no, lime. I stand corrected. Let me just get rid of this for a minute. You can use lemon, of course, if you want, but today we're going to use lime because it's Emma's recipe, not mine. And now put that juice of the lemon. Whoops. And when I put the lemon in, after the lime, sorry, what's wrong with me today? I'm going to add it salt and pepper just to give it some flavour. Right, so there we go. In we go with the lime juice, into the avocado, like that. Put that in there. Right, now then I'm going to give it a mix. So if you can just mind out a minute. So we'll give this a lovely mix. Now look at it. There's a lovely vibrant. There's not too much onion in it. A bit of chunk still there. A little bit of salt. Avocado like salt. We're good friends of salt. And some pepper. This is ground black pepper. A little bit in there. Give it a good mix together. And we should have some beautiful avocado dip, some guacamole, which I'm going to taste in a second. Very important that you taste. You can get through, get a spoon out, that'd be very good. Right. Most people, when they're cooking, don't taste enough. Just put a bit in. That's a really, really lovely flavour. It's got the smokiness of the cumin and the paprika. the lime juice, just perfect. Now, here's something for you to do. Because it's avocado, if you leave it in the fridge or somewhere knocking about, it doesn't like oxygen. So I'm going to get a bit of cling wrap, or you want to call it glad wrap in Australia. And what you do is you just put your cling wrap on the top surface of your guacamole, like that. So that should keep it from going a different colour, discolouring. The lemon juice, obviously the lime juice, sorry, will do it as well. Now they also say you can put the avocado nut back in there and it helps it. But I've never done that. Excuse me. So that is my guacamole, which I'm going to put over here before I put in the bowl a bit later. So we'll have a little clean down here, because we don't need these for the next bit. So that's two very nice dishes. Sorry, I have forgotten something. Gosh, I'm losing it today. What did I forget to put in the avocado? Fresh coriander. Gosh. So again, just chop it up nice and finely, the root and all. Gosh, I can't believe I missed out the coriander. Well, I can. Going to taste even better now. This beautiful bit of coriander into my mix. So just take it off there, add the coriander, and give it a good mix with my spoon. Can you see it now? Mm-hmm. There you go. Even better. Even better avocado mix. Yeah, with coriander. With a big root in there, sorry. That's too big. So chunky avocado guacamole. Right, let's put it in a smaller bowl for service. I'm going to put it in this small bowl here. This is for serving it to my guests when they arrive in about a year's time, I should think, the way things are going. So we'll have it in the summer. Be nice, nice and chunky. There you go, guacamole. I'll just put this on it. There we go. We'll have that later on with the Pico De Gallo. So there we have it. There's two of them done. I'm glad I didn't forget the avocado in the end. The coriander. And there's no plot today, have I? So there we go. That's the mixtures. That's the two done. And as they say, for my final one, it's the simplest one. Sorry?
Let's clean up a bit.
I am just cleaning up. Let's get rid of this. Do a quick wipe. Right. Get rid of that. Get my trusty board back. Get rid of all the bits and pieces that I'm not going to use again. These are the bin. Then my final move will be to do a final dip. Now today I'm doing sour cream with sweet chilli, chives. I'm going to put some garlic in this one, so I'm just going to take the top off here when I can. Get my garlic pieces out here. Been very lazy, aren't I? My garlic. I find it very difficult to peel garlic in any quantity, so I've been lazy and I've bought some peeled garlic. Never mind, I'm sure it'll be the same. Right, so this one is using sour cream You can use normal cream and just add some lemon juice or lime juice, which will make it sour. Or you can use Greek style yogurt. Other supermarkets are available. So there we go. I'm going to use sour cream this morning. So there we have the sour cream here. Spoon out of here. Excuse me a minute. Right. As much sour cream as you're going to use. So I'm going to use a couple of dollops of sour cream in my bowl. Put that back on there. Put this back in here. Washing up. Now, I'm going to add some chives to this. Now, I bought some chives yesterday and my neighbour said, "Oh, why are you buying chives? I've got them in the garden." Good Yorkshireman, you see. So just any chives are nice. Spring onions are nice. And dill is nice. But these are particularly crunchy. The taste, the smell all right. Just add them very simply. Add that to your sour cream. Then we're going to grate in the garlic. I never like doing anything but grating garlic. I don't like big chunks, you see. I like it nice and smooth. So I'm going to use a couple of cloves of garlic. As little or as much as you like. There you go. See how nice and soft it is? No chunks. So that's the garlic in there. And finally, we'll give it a mix. Sorry, I need a spoon again. So that's the sour cream with the chives, with the garlic. It certainly smells very nice, so let's hope it is. Now, I'll just put a tiny bit of pepper and salt in it, not a great amount, small bit. Right, that's that one. Now, to add this to it, to my chips, at the end, what I'm going to add is a chilli sauce. Now, this one is a sweet chilli sauce, so just put your chilli sauce in the centre, ready for dipping. There you go. Whoops, not too much. Now that is ready for dipping. That is ready, fit for purpose. I'll have a quick taste. Delicious. Delicious. So there we have 3 dips ready to go with the chips, which are here. So the tortillas, I'm bringing them here down.
On display.
Tortilla chips, Pico De Gallo, guacamole, fresh chips, out of the oven. Just put them in here. They're a bit hot, but it should be alright. Now when you do the chips, or the wedges, you can do your own, or your best Auntie Bessie can help you. Do you know Auntie Bessie? Yes, we do. And these are Auntie Bessie's. There we go. They're nice and hot. I'm going to move them across. So there we come. Let's have a look. So there we have 3 dips and 3 chips. Take that off there, we don't need that anymore. Let's get rid of this. So I guess the last thing I can do is taste them. What do you think? So I've got a tortilla. I'm going to have a bit of guacamole first. Just get a nice piece of guacamole. Oops, which I've broken the chips in there. Absolutely delicious. There's one problem with this type of thing, is I like too much of it. That's the guacamole. Now the Pico De Gallo. We'll try it with one of these, shall we? I really like that one. I think it's one of my favourites. And finally, with the hot chip, this beautiful sour cream and chilli sauce. Now, this is Moorish, very Moorish food. Now, I do hope you've enjoyed that today. I rather have. Finish this last one off. Chips and dips. Sounds simple, it is simple. Bit of mise en place. Be fine. Now, if you like what I've done today, please like it. If you want to see some other videos that I've done, I have my own channel on YouTube, Cooking with Chris Davies. Have a look and see if you like it. I hope you do. I hope you like what we've done today. Please come back to me if you think of any ideas to do live cooking with, whether you've liked it or not, and I'll get back to you. So I'm going to sign off right now and say cheerio, keep safe and keep well. Finished?